Hi, Rich Karuba again. I'm here for bowlingball.com. I want to talk about a stronger delivery, creating more power using your same bowling style. Well, to build a stronger release, we suggest you use a wrist support device. If you're not already using one and you haven't experimented with one, by all means, consider doing it. The goal for all bowlers is to get consistent delivery on the bowling ball with accuracy and with power, of course. So here's 3 or 4 things that a wrist support device can accomplish for you, and you should be aware of it. First, a wrist support will help you regulate the moment of release of your bowling ball. It'll help you prevent the back of your bowling hand from tilting or collapsing just prior to the delivery, which will slow down the thumb exiting the ball and weaken the overall release. And number 3, it'll limit the wrist movement so your thumb doesn't exit the ball before your fingers. Get your thumb out of the ball cleanly and quickly at the same place relative to your sliding bowling shoe, down by the shoelaces of your bowling shoe as your forward swing approaches that release zone. The thumb out of the ball quickly will let the fingers do their work and impart a stronger and more consistent roll on the ball, and that's what a wrist support device will guarantee you once you learn to use it properly. They're available in adjustable and non-adjustable styles. The adjustable styles can vary the amount of hinging or tilting of the wrist depending on what you need for a given lane condition. Some experimentation, of course, is necessary to find which device suits your needs the best. But generally speaking, the longer support structure up to the tips of your fingers and up down the arm a ways on the back of your bowling hand, that the more wrist and finger movements will be restricted during the delivery. So we prefer to see the longer supports. The shorter supports allow the fingers to flex back a little bit, so they might not create as much power in your delivery with the same delivery style you have now. Another thing to consider is strengthen your bowling hands. If you can't get to the gym, you don't lift weights, you don't do any of those things with a squeeze machine or a squeeze device that you can purchase in any sporting goods store, get a couple tennis balls or rubber balls, hand balls, and just make maybe 50 squeezes a day, 2 or 3 times a day, and your wrist and your grip gets a little stronger so you can support the bowling ball, get the thumb out, let your fingers do their job. In a month's time or so, you'll be surprised how your grip will strengthen, and that's going to be easier to handle the bowling ball and use your fingers effectively. Now, generate sufficient rev rate and improved power. By generating good rev rate and improved power, you'll help to get a consistent ball reaction, won't you? Your ball motion will look very consistent going down the lane. If you can conserve the energy for the back end of the lane, you're going to get more pin action when the ball makes impact with the pocket. So we suggest wearing a wrist support device and strengthen your bowling wrist and forearm. And by doing so, we think you can keep your same bowling style, get more power out of the game, get a more consistent release, and better scores. Give it a try.